Welcome into the Arkansas Sports Network's Hometown Sports Football Preview, proudly presented by Arkansas Tech University, D3 Auto Sales, and Metcalf Trucking and Trailer Repair. Today we're visiting with Beebe Badger's head coach, Justin Bigham. This Pigskin Preview is sponsored by First Community Bank.
Welcome into the Hometown Sports Arkansas Football Preview. I've got Coach Justin Bigham here of the Beebe Badgers, formerly of Gentry, and we'll hit on that here in just a moment. We want to say thank you for joining us here, and again, you can catch all of the content that we have, coaches' interviews from across the state of Arkansas right here on YouTube and on Facebook on the Arkansas Sports Network. Make sure you're looking for that content for your coach. And Coach Bigham, I appreciate you joining me once again.
Yeah, absolutely.
as we talk a little bit about the Beebe Badgers, but let's talk about Gentry. You had a good run at Gentry and really turned the program around there. Tell us a little bit about what you did at Gentry, what you're proud of.
Yeah, so I spent the previous 4 years there. Had a good group of kids. The first year, it was my first. I'd been a head coach in Louisiana before, but it was a small 8-man school. And so I went to Gentry from Rogers. I was offense coordinator at Rogers and took over that program in COVID. And so kind of everything hit you at one time. You can't have any contact with players and didn't have a spring practice, and everybody's got to wear a mask. And so there was a lot of unknowns going into that first year. But going into the second year, you could really see the kids kind of take into the system of what we were trying to get done. And it was cool for me for me to be able to see them. My seniors had just graduated. I had them in 9th grade, and to see that, the football that we taught is the only football they knew in high school. So it was pretty cool. It was hard to leave those kids, but it was a great opportunity to come here to BB, and we're very fortunate and excited to be here.
We'll talk a little bit about what drew you to BB.
Yeah, so I'm from Southeast Arkansas. I graduated at DeWitt. I'm from Helena, but my in-laws, my wife, are from DeWitt, Arkansas, which is about an hour and a half south of here. We have a little 2-year-old son, and so getting a little bit closer to family was nice. But all that aside, BB's been one of the places that I've always thought it's in a great location. You're close to Little Rock, but you're not in Little Rock. You're close to Cersei. You have a lot of areas right here at your disposal. And then, kind of going further and talking with administration, talking with Coach Marshall, and there's a clear-cut, defining moment that they want to be successful. They want to have some success here at BB, and I think they've really, since I've been here, they've done nothing but prove that. We're getting a brand new weight room. We're going to get 20 half racks, all new rolled rubber. Everything that's down there right now is going to disappear. And they're actually delivering the flooring on Monday.
Nice.
We got brand new lights last week. We're getting a brand new track over dead weeks. We got us an alternate uniform coming in. We're going to get brand new uniforms the next year. So as far as the monetary, they're putting behind it. It's been really nice. We're building some nice new meeting rooms for kids to be able to watch film with them. So they're really trying to make it better, and that's from a coaching standpoint, you can do everything you can do, but eventually you have to have an administration that has a vision that wants to be successful as well.
And you saw this in Northwest Arkansas, especially as facilities get better, people get new things. You've got to keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah. Now you do.
Yeah, for sure.
Because kids can kind of go wherever they want now, and so which is a shame in one sense. But if your facilities and things aren't kept up to par, and your programs not kept up to par, then they're going to find somewhere that is. So.
That's right. So let's talk a little bit about BB this year, last year. What happened with the Badgers last year that you know about, and talk about what kids you're bringing back for this year.
Yeah, so I know they went 4-6 last year. We watched quite a bit of film on them from last year. They're graduating quite a few athletes. Braden Sanders signed with University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. He's got a good chance to play for him pretty quickly there. He's a really good athlete. They also had a Corey Earl graduated. He's 6'3", 190. He's going to Butler Community College, a junior college up there in Kansas, and he's when he walks in, you can tell he's a football player. You know, they graduated 2 All-State linebackers, and they graduated a running back, a few linemen, and a really good defense lineman that's also going to play at Hendricks, Garrison Waldrop. And you know, anytime you go into a place, you go, man, I wish I had those kids for one more year. But you don't ever want to get jaded because we have some good kids.
Yeah.
You know, we have some. You know, Britton Brassfield's coming back. He's going to be a senior, and he plays defensive back, and he's a wide receiver for us. But he's a good young man. He's been offered by Army, Navy, Air Force, Marshall, UT Martin, UCLA. If you know anything about the academies, there's a very, very high GPA qualification, regardless of your athletic position. You have to qualify to get to the academy, which is huge. We also have Keandre Barker came back to us, which was a nice treat. He wasn't here when I took the job initially, and so he's a game changer. You know, he's a very, very special athlete. And then we have quite a few kids. Caleb O'Neill was the 200 indoor state champion. We ran a 10.83 in the 100. We ran a 22.03 in the open 200. Qualified both for state. Had a slight hamstring pull, so he didn't run a conference or state. But he's special. Jackson Edwards is a two-way guy for us on offense and defense. He's another 4.1 GPA kid, and you got to tell him one time that he understands. You know, and so got quite a few kids. DeAndre Trammell is 6'3.5". He'll be a junior. He's got a 6'7" wingspan. You're in a 4.5 in the shuttle, and so he's a tight end, outside linebacker, DN for us, and he's long, and he's got a very good chance to be special if he wants to be. Keandre Brooks, the left tackle, he's going to be another junior. He's got a chance to be really good for us. Eli Osmond, the center, he's returning. Started as a sophomore. Ty McCormick started a few games quarterback for him last year as a sophomore. Mason Harbin, who's going to be a senior, started the first half of the season, so they're kind of battling at it right now. So Noah Grant's another one. We're moving from tight end out to outside receiver, and he's a 6'3", 200-pound receiver for us now. So not to say that he can't bump down to the box and play some tight end too, but we feel good about the kids we have. We feel good about our attendance so far in the summer. They've had a really good off season. They were averaging right around 83, 85% in the summer for attendance, which is really good,
yeah.
You know, especially with 71 kids on the team. So, so we're looking forward to it.
Good. Tell us a little bit about what people can expect here at Beebe to see on the field. What type of offense, what type of defense you run.
So we were able, I was fortunate to be able to retain our defense coordinator, Tate Benton, and the special teams coordinator. He's a D-line coach. He's also assistant head coach. He's Cody Sparks, and both of those guys have coached in college for quite some years, and the knowledge of the game they bring is awesome. And it's nice from my standpoint as the head coach, and really on the offensive side, that I can work with my offense coordinator and really kind of focus on that side and know that the defensive side's going to take care of. So we'll continue doing the same thing they've done in the past on defense. I have full faith in those coaches that they'll get it done. On the offensive side, every pregame, you always get asked from the officials, what kind of offense are you? I mean, we always say we're a spread offense, and we are. We're spread, but we present triple option in multiple ways, whether that's RPOs or off counter, off power, whatever it may be, and we really like to run screens. So my offense coordinator is Coach Mullen, and he was with me at Gentry, and so it's nice to have a guy that speaks the same language. The same exact things that we're trying to get done. We can kind of communicate that way without anybody else knowing it quite yet. Yeah. And so he understands kind of what we're trying to get done. And he has some really good ideas that he always brings. So we're looking forward to it.
Well, I know as we talked before that you really said that you have you had some guys, or they had some guys that graduated all-state, all-conference type players. Who do you expect this year to kind of fill those roles and be that type of player, all-conference, all-state type player?
Yeah, I think the same ones I mentioned before. Brenton Brassfield's got a really good chance. Keandre Barker's a very special athlete. You know, he's currently committed to Penn State. He's a running back and returner for us. And Caleb O'Neill, he's got a whole nother year. He can really run. And so I think all three of those skill-wise have a really good chance to be all-state or at least all-conference. Up front, the same ones that I mentioned before: Keandre Brooks, Eli Osmond, Dylan Jones, the right tackle for us. He was a tight end last year, and kind of sat down with him and said, "Hey, you want an opportunity to play 30% of the snaps? and split it with another tight end, or do you want to have an opportunity to play 100% of the snaps at tackle? And he's like, I want to do what's best for the team, and he's really taken to that. That's kind of the mentality that we're looking for, as far as just whatever is going to make us successful, not me successful. And they're starting to buy into that for sure.
So that's great.
Yeah.
It's great for you for sure. 5A Central going to be tough, that for sure. You guys kind of have a murderer's row when it comes to scheduling just for conference alone. Talk about the conference and what you see out of the 5A Central.
I think it's one of the most athletic conferences there is. Obviously, you have the 5A South with Parkview and Canton and Fairview as well, but people forget, in the 5A Central you have Maumelle, Joe T. Robinson, Pine Bluff, and Whitehall, and all of those teams aren't too far removed from state championships, and every year there's multiple Power 5 kids in our conference that go somewhere. Just 2 out of 1 school last year with both going to Missouri from Pine Bluff. So I think it's one of those that every week anybody can beat anybody. Everybody's got the athletes to be successful. Mills moving down to 4A was a really good program, but we gained 2 previous 6A schools with Searcy and Jacksonville, and so I think it's a good opportunity for us because if you can make it to the playoffs and one of these conferences, and you have a pretty good shot. So we're looking forward to it. They're good opponents, good athletes. In our non-conference, we try to schedule that every 2 years when you reclassify and your conference has kind of changed a little bit. It's kind of a Wild West trying to get non-conference games, but week 0 is a bye for us, and we'll play 10 straight after that. So the first week we'll play Nettleton, which is going to, they're always really athletic. Coach Hampton does a good job with those guys, and he's been there for quite some time now, so they know what to expect. And you have Greene County Tech, who's coming down from 6A, and so we're looking forward to that. And then we got to keep Bologna on our schedule, which used to be in our conference. It's right up the road, so it's good for both communities. It's a good little rivalry we have.
Yeah.
So,
definitely that Beebe Bologna rivalry is one a lot of people don't talk about, but close proximity of the towns. They've been in conference forever together in some way, some form of capacity. So, they say familiarity breeds contempt.
That's
so,
right, yeah.
Anyway, so final question here for you. It will be a successful season at Beebe if
we lay a foundation. One of the things that's kind of been going on in my mind for quite some time is the difference between success and being significant. And, we don't want to have a flash in the pan success. We want significance. We want to have a significant season where it lays a foundation for the future of Beebe. So I think everybody's goal is to obviously make the playoffs. So top 4 in this conference make the playoffs. And so you really, every Friday, you have to make sure that you're, number 1, take care of your business. If you win, that solves a lot of problems. But 2, you're starting to get into the tiebreaker points, really keeping that in the back of your mind. So as long as we just all buy in and do what's best for the team, I think we have a good chance to be successful.
This is Coach Justin Bigham with the Beebe Badgers here, and he is brand new on the sidelines here, and I know they're excited to see a little bit of a new flavor here at Beebe, and I'm sure that sounds like with the commitment, especially, that people are ready to see what Beebe can do here, not only this year but in the future. Once again, you can join us for all this content, the Hometown Sports Arkansas Football Preview on YouTube and Facebook. Make sure that you join in. Not only can you talk or hear your coach talk, but you can hear coaches from your conference and around the state talk about their teams and what they're going to do. We want to say thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks again for joining us on the Arkansas Sports Network's Hometown Sports Football Preview. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Arkansas Sports Network on YouTube to catch more previews and all the latest updates on your favorite teams.